It's a good one. Why, hello there, and welcome to another hairy episode of That Time of the Month Show. I'm your host, Gordon The Werewolf, and we got one for you this month. We're going over the movie Howl. Yes, Brit horror. Let's go with the review first, shall we? Alrighty then, Howl. So, this is a Brit horror written by Mark Huckleberry and Nick Ostler, directed by Paul Haight, starring Ed Speller, Sean Pertwee, Holly Weston, Sean McDonald, Elliot Cohen, Rosie Day, Duncan Preston, and Ross Mullen. So, this is, like I just said, a Brit horror where a night train is going on its night routine, and then next thing, they get derailed. Well, they don't get off the rails, but they get onto a halt when they hit a deer on the track in the countryside. But then, the remaining passengers and the staff make an encounter that they are now, after the deer, are now hunted by a pack of angry and very vicious, aggressive werewolves, and it turns into a fight for survival when they go out hunting them. And, well, they must make the decision. Should they stay on the train and seek refuge, or should they take all chances? So what did I like about this? Well, first of all, I like the British style. I like the dark tone as well. I like that this is set in a full moon night. I also love the werewolves. Now, looking at the werewolves, the effects and makeup look very practical on it. I have to say, I did like the one scene where there is a werewolf on the train, and he's like man features, but there's also wolf features there. And, these are all big bad monsters. Not much is known about the werewolves other than that they're people, but they are far more animal than they are human. I also liked some of the characters. There were some smart decisions made in it, but then there were some dumb decisions. Of course, this had dog soldiers, Sean Pertwee, feature in this movie. I mean, he had a good role in it, but he was very sudden. But he, I think, was the actor that I most was familiar with. Other actors I wasn't too familiar with, but hey, they put up great performances too. I also like the setting and the horror and the gore, and like I say, the practical stuff. It is an enjoyable movie, and I feel this fell under the radar in 2015. I mean, I don't hear enough people talk about it, so I'd say it is an underrated movie. But like I said, a good one. Of course, the whole mythology around it is you get bitten or scratched, you then become one instantly. Yeah, there's also a few unlikable characters in there, and some do get their just desserts. But, yeah, it's a pretty good one in my opinion, and I feel it's underlooked. I mean, there are some dislikes, like the drama and the opening. It is a bit of a slow start, but once the horror gets going, it gets going. So what am I gonna rate this? I will give it... You know what the hell, I'll give it 4 full moons out of 5. So, down to our next part, the Mythos. The werewolves in this movie seem to have the appearance of a human, but wolf-like features in the face and the body, including teeth and claws and wolf-like eyes, and are very active on the light of the full moon. But also, these werewolves don't just come out at night, but also within the early hours of the morning can maintain their wolf forms, and in daylight. They also seem to have the similar weaknesses that any werewolf would with silver. Also, a simple bite or a scratch can also turn a human into one of these werewolves. The werewolves were played by people in prosthetic suits, with the exception of the legs, which were done with CGI in post-production. When Matthew is walking about in the woods, there are about 3 or 4 lower spotlights, or lenses, that are visible in the distance. The movie featured actor Sean Pertwee, who had appeared in another werewolf movie 13 years before, 2002's Dog Soldiers. This is his second feature in a werewolf movie. Just for laughs, as the credits close of this movie, it says, "No werewolves were harmed in the making of this film." And there you go. This month's episode, all done for you. Have you seen the movie Howl? Do you even know of its existence? Did you learn anything about it? Any facts or whatever we have gone over? Let us know down below in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the official Random Horror YouTube channel if you haven't already and you're new here. So yes, we have all of our social media links, Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram, all down below in the description, so be sure to check all that out. I've been your host, Gordon the Werewolf, and this has been that time of the month show. So, until next full moon, don't have nightmares. There we go. See you soon.